Hello everybody, Anthony from SteamFirst.com here, and today we're playing Shelter. Shelter is a game in which you play a badger who is trying to just live her badger life with her badger kin. It's a pretty cool game. You can already kind of tell like what it kind of looks like. I like this. Everything's made out of like polygons. It's cool. I like it. Anyway, we're gonna look at the main menu. We have like a logo here and like new game setting controls, extra, exit, extra. I never click on extra. I never know what that means. Nurture, return. I don't even. We'll click that at the end just in case it makes the game crash. Also, you can have like a new game. You guys know what that means. Settings are pretty cool. So just right off the bat, you can control music and sound. I have that pretty low for the time being because I don't know how it'll like flood out my microphone or not, so my voice or not rather, sorry. We have like a language resolution, full screen, invert mouse return. Language, of course, you can adjust the language. You have a bunch of different languages the game could be in. I don't think there's actually any like speaking or text. I haven't really played that much of it, or yeah. Graphic quality, we can turn it way down low or way up high. I'm going to keep it kind of in the middle. Resolution, of course, we have a bunch of different options, starting at 640 by 480, going up to 1360 by 768, and everything in between. It's pretty cool. I like that. You can toggle full screen on or off, and you can invert the mouse or not. Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony from SteamFirst.com, and welcome to Shelter. It's Shelter. There are no lives or kills or timers or anything like that. Just a beautiful forest full of life and badgers. It's pretty neat, actually. You play as a badger mom with 5 young badger cubs. It's your job to escort them from your badger den to another point in the forest without them starving or going hungry or, dying. What makes this game interesting, aside from playing as a badger, first of all, that's major selling point number 1, is it informs you of some of the duties associated with badger motherhood without all those tedious tutorials or an annoying narrator or anything like that. There are some hint bubbles that pop up from time to time, but for the most part, the game makes you figure everything out for yourself. As for gameplay, the controls are really simple. WASD to move, left shift to sprint, left control to sneak, and left mouse to gather and attack. Pretty simple, as I said earlier. There are no tutorials or like anything like that. It just sort of expects you to know that you have to feed your young badgers, requiring you to rely on your basic maternal instincts or just common sense. It teaches you, if you already didn't know, that food is important for any growing living thing, that sometimes you might have to, feed your young. There are dangers in Shelter, stuff from birds of prey, starvation, forest fires, and the sort. It starts off easy enough, just gotta feed the babies, but then, in the blink of an eye, you can go from trying to find some food to salvage for your young, to a bird soaring down and doing that very thing with one of your badger babies. The only protection from said birds is patches of tall grass that allow you to sneak through and remain virtually unseen by predators and potential prey, though your badgelets are slow, requiring you to either wait for them out of fear of them, struggling behind and becoming food, or getting left behind. If you thought Shelter was just a casual walk in the forest, you're pretty much wrong. It's challenging. Such is life as a badger. Now on to the other stuff, since we got that bit out of the way. Shelter was developed by Might and Delight, the same people who made PID, a platformer that I reviewed earlier this year. If you saw that video, I complimented PID on its artwork. That is one of the aspects of that game that really stood out to me, and Shelter is about the same. It seems they have a way of taking such a simple concept, a mother badger escorting her young through a forest, gotta feed them, gotta protect them, but somehow making it something a lot bigger. It really opens your eyes to the struggle of being a badger, you know what I mean? The forest bit is absolutely beautiful. The landscapes are colorful and pretty. The textures are also pretty and can be compared to some older, GameCube games. Like the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, or, stuff like that. But not entirely. It works really well, and I cannot stress how much I love the art style the developers go for. They really are amazing. As I mentioned earlier, food is important, and it turns out your badger babies are fairly good at helping you find it. They tend to, yelp and bark, and sometimes move toward a onion or a buried onion or like an apple tree or something. It's pretty helpful. Not only that, but the food textures have a very subtle way of standing out amongst the other things, making it feel kind of like natural, because again, it should come natural to feed your babies. Anyway, that's enough about the whole artwork and textures and stuff. Another great thing is the soundtrack. It was composed by a retro family, and it really fits. I don't really like to get too into the music, but it's really nice. The music tends to provide, prompts of sorts, since the game itself doesn't actually have any. When there's danger, it amplifies and gets a little more tense and stuff like that. It's neat. It made me feel like a real mother. In closing, I really enjoy Shelter. I was really excited to play this game. I've owned it for like maybe 5 months, never got to review it. I said I would review it when I first joined the site, and I never got around to it. I'm happy that I did. This was the reason I was happy to play PID even, because it was developed by the same people who made Shelter. That game was great. Go check out that review, link in the description. But in closing, I would like to say I enjoyed this game. I would recommend it to anybody, even kids. I don't care. It's good. There's just some minor cartoon violence, and otherwise it's probably has a really young rating. I think it's rated like E10. If it would be rated by the ESRB, I don't know if it is or not. But anyway, that is it for me. My name is Anthony from SteamFirst.com. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out SteamFirst.com for all the best news, reviews, videos, and content revolving around all things Valve and Steam. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.